And now we have Brok Weaver, who won just a couple weeks ago and did get picked up. There he is. Brok Weaver joining us via the magic of Skype. Brok, how are you?
What's up, man? I'm good.
And who are we being joined by as well behind you?
Well, this is my age one. It's my hype man. This is the Mowa Jon Snow. He goes everywhere with me. He
Oh,
does
really?
everything with me.
Okay, I appreciate that. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. It's great to have you on the program. And could I ask what is painted on your face?
This is my Choctaw tribal paint. 3 stripes mean for war. You know, I'm announcing my first UFC fight debut today on your show,
Oh,
hopefully. And 3 stripes mean war, man. I'm gonna go. You know, I'm gonna give everybody what they want to see. And the contender wouldn't let me paint my face. They wouldn't let me come out with my stuff. They made me wipe it off. And everybody asked why I didn't do it like I did my other fights. And I'm just, doing it on here. It's part of my character. It's part of my tribe. It's part of me.
I love it. I respect it. Okay, so you do have your debut fight.
Yes.
Okay, tell us about it.
It's October 12th in Tampa, Florida, on the Joanna Jurgen card.
Yeah.
And it's against Thomas Gifford at 155.
Okay. Wow. You're moving quick here. You just fought a couple of weeks ago, and now you're getting your debut. So October 12th in Tampa. Do you like this fight? Do you like the date? You like the opponent?
Yeah, man. I told Dana in the interview I'll fight 8 times a year. I'll fight anytime. I was already bored after the fight. I was ready to go, again. So I told them, put me in there as fast as I can. They called me. My manager said, Abraham Kawa said that Dana loves me. He wants me in there soon. I said, at 170 and 155, it don't matter to me. Put me in there against whoever, and I'm down. And within weeks, they've hit me up, and they want me in there. And Tampa ain't too far from where I live, so I can bring the whole tribe there, and we can pack it out, make some noise, and hopefully I can get like knockout at night or fight at night bonus. My opponent, he's tough. I watched his videos, and that's what I see about him. He's tough, and he can take a lot of punishment, and I can give a lot of punishment. So I look to get a bonus or something.
Yeah, and you are located in Pensacola, correct?
No, I'm located in Alabama.
Alabama?
North of Pensacola, about an hour and a half north of Pensacola, Indian Reservation.
Okay. What is the name of the reservation?
McIntosh, Alabama.
Okay. And your nickname, I want to get this correct. Is it, correct me if I'm mispronouncing it, is it Chada Tuska?
Yes.
What does that mean?
It means Choctaw warrior. The Mowa is the band of Choctaw Indians. We are in Choctaw. There's 16 different bands of Indians, and Mowa is a small band of us. And we just took Tuska and this Choctaw warrior, and I'm out here, fighting for the tribe because we're still only a state recognized tribe, and that's the whole goal, is to get seen, to get noticed. Maybe Trump can do something for us. He's over here helping Kobe Covington out, chilling with him in the White House. Maybe he can sign some dotted lines and get us federal recognized. Who knows? If I make enough noise, get a belt, anything can happen.
Okay. So has your success as of late getting signed by the UFC, have you felt the impact of that among your people? Do you feel like you're giving them hope, that you're a representative of them? Or are you feeling that burden?
Yes, for sure. I've always, in probably the last 7, 8 years, once I started getting some pro fights in and making some noise in the regional area, my people have backed me up, and I'm the only one from the reservation to ever really get out and do something right now, and it gives hope to the younger athletes and to the younger artists, and to not give up, because there's been plenty of times I could have gave up and not been where I am, and nobody ever expected a Mowa out of McIntosh, Alabama, to make it to the UFC. So yeah, they all behind me, man, and hopefully we can take it far with the will of the Lord, man. We can get some things done now.
And what is the name of your reservation?
McIntosh, Alabama.
Okay, that's what it's called. Okay, and who
city? Yeah.
Okay, and who introduced you to mixed martial arts? When did you start?
I started mixed martial arts when I was 15. My older cousin, James Orso, he was a pro fighter. He fought. He never actually even fought amateur. He went straight pro back in the day, and he fought 8 or 9 fights, and he retired on a good record. And he introduced me at 15, and then I scattered around and trained at another place down in not too far from him called Team Storm, and then I moved to Port City, and then I moved to Miami. But when I started, I was 15, fighting out of local bars. Then I was at my cousin's house. Told my parents I was at my cousin's house staying the night, and I was sneaking off to Mississippi in bars with fake IDs, fighting grown men at 16 years old.
Wow.
You know?
You weren't afraid? You weren't intimidated by them?
Of course, but I guess once you put you want to fight because you're training, and then when you really step in the cage and you're like, dang, what am I doing in here with these grown men? I'm just a kid. And then you get in there and the punches and you get punched and you feel his power and it's just not bad. Then it's just a fight. I mean, I've been fighting all my life, winning and losing, and after you get past the nerves in the first 5 seconds, then it's ball game then.
And so you get the call to be on Contender Series, but prior to that, correct me if I'm wrong, you did bare knuckle, correct?
Yes.
Were you worried that doing that might preclude you from getting the call in the UFC? No one has gone yet in this era of bare knuckle. No one, to the best of my knowledge, has gone from that to the big leagues, so to speak. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I had took a 10-month off from MMA and got my life together and got closer with God and when I was offered the bare knuckle fight, it was against a legend from MMA, from the UFC, Joe Riggs.
Right.
You know, and I was walking around like 185, and I'm pretty sure he's over 200. You know, and they wanted to fight at 185, so I was like, hey man, you know, good little payday. I'm a good boxer. It's matching my skill aspect. Joe Riggs is a powerful hitter. I thought I could beat him in speed and out technically. And you know, I just wanted to be the reason I did it. I just wanted to be the legend. That's what I'm in this for, man. Is to fight the strongest people, to fight the legends, to just make a name for myself in this sport and fighting and combat sports, period. And Joe Riggs was just a big opportunity to really secure something like that. And I lost a decision, but it was close, and I felt satisfied with it.
Why
I
did
didn't
you?
get hurt either.
Right. Why did you take a break from the sport?
I took a break. I wasn't doing too good in my personal life. Me and my wife had split up, and before we were married, and I just was partying a lot and being local. I had just beat Felony, Crazy Horse, whatever, and thought I was on the high horse of that. I thought I could. Took a break thinking that I could get late notice UFC calls on a 4-fight win streak. Just beat him, and just for some dumb reason, I just took a real long break and never knew I was never gonna retire for good. But I've been in camp since I was 16 years old. I've never took a break, you know, and I just think that it was time for me to take a break, and it helped me out, cleared my mind, got my life together, and now I'm back, and I got on another little fight win streak, and now I'm here. You
So
know?
you feel better now?
Yes, much better.
Okay, so it came at a good time, maybe take a bit of a reset, and now here you are, you get the Contender Series fight. You get the Contender Series fight, and the fight doesn't actually come to fruition. Your opponent has to pull out. What was that like for you? Like, you're so close just a few weeks ago, and you're there, and then he pulls out at the 11th hour, and of course, they ended up rescheduling you. It all works out, but just being in Las Vegas, so close to potentially realizing your dream, and you have to wait a little longer. How did you handle that?
Yeah, man, I was, you know, cutting weight. I was actually on weight Sunday night and went to sleep about 12 and woke up about 7. I had already made my weight, 171, and Sean Shelby had texted me and said, "Hey, this is Sean Shelby from the UFC. Stop cutting weight. Your opponent got sick." Immediately, I was crushed. You know, no, this did not just happen. You know, so I called my manager. He told me what happened, and then Sean called me back at about 12 that day and confirmed that I ain't fighting and that he was gonna get me another fight. And just a mixed emotions, man. I flew out. I flew out from Bama. I did this camp. This was my shot, but I feel like my whole career has been a roller coaster of me almost making it. Like December 21st, I took a fight on the Dana White Looking for a Fight show on Island Fights and fought my teammate because there was nobody would fight me and nobody would fight him. So we fought each other to best. We sparring every day, killing each other. Hey, might as well get in the ring and put on a show for Dana White, and hopefully one of us get the contract or both, or whatever. And he had broke his foot or something and couldn't come to that the night of weigh-ins, just like this was. It was both night of weigh-ins after I done made weight, ready to fight. Uh, Things like this happen. So it's like my whole career is like, man, what is this? Am I ever gonna make it? Am I ever gonna get a chance to prove myself, to shine in front of the man? And yeah, it was a letdown. But I talked to Sean that night under week 1 of the Contender, and he told me that he had already found me another opponent. He gave me his name. I looked him up immediately. Saw that he was a tough, skilled, athletic guy. He's coming down from 185. But I train with bigger people all the time, and at that point, man, I was just like, I don't care if it's Rashad's godson. I don't care if you give me Rashad Evans. I'm gonna fight him. I'm gonna do what I do, and hopefully get that contract. And I did, and
I love
yeah.
everything about you, Brock. I love the way you fight. You're a fun fighter to watch. I love the fact that you understand the showmanship aspect to the game. Your post-fight interview with Laura Sanko was phenomenal, the best one in the history of that series. And I'm wondering if you are someone who grew up watching pro wrestling, because I see a lot of pro wrestling elements in you. And I'm okay. I'm not saying that to disparage you. I'm giving you a compliment. You understand that it's not just about going out there and fighting fights. So who are your inspirations from the world of pro wrestling? Because I see it when you talk, the way you look right now, the way you like everything about it to me is pro wrestling, which is brilliant. We need more of this in the sport, if you ask me. Who are some of your inspirations?
Man, my grandpa absolutely is like the biggest wrestling fan of all time. Like this dude watches somewhat. He still watches wrestling. He watches the Japanese wrestling. He watches every wrestling that can come on TV anywhere, and like that's all he does. Watch Wheel of Fortune and wrestling. So I grew up right there watching it, man. The Rock, of course. Stone Cold Steve Austin, Goldberg is the greatest of all time to me. If you ask
Whoa.
Sting, I love Sting because of the long hair, the paint, the face. Bret Hart, of course. You just had him on the show earlier. I loved him. I love the Hardy brothers, man. Fighting is something that I've always been natured to, because I feel like I'm a warrior and I've always been fighting. But you might not can fight forever. You know, I'm I always thought I have a good personality. I paint my face up good. I used to be the Joker 4 or 5 Halloweens in a row. Everybody thought I played that part good. I mean, my next career could be acting or could be in wrestling, and that's always a B option for me. And when I go out to fight, the most important part about fighting is to show up at the weigh-ins, to look the part, to play the part, to get in my opponent's head, to get him mentally more weak than he already is, because we're both nervous and we're both scared and we both don't really know what's gonna happen on fight night, you know. So if I can get in his head a little bit more by putting on my face paint, by dressing up, by acting like I don't really care about this, I'm just gonna go out there and scap you, then it's gonna help me in the cage. I get in there and I look through his soul and I catch him not looking eye contact with me, and that's just fuel for me. And the energy I bring, the energy my boys bring right here behind me, I mean, it's all part of who we are. With Moab, we always grew up. It's all about the hype. It's all about the showsman, and I've always been called a showsman. I feed off that, the walkout, the everything. That's the fight's just a fight. We don't know what's gonna happen in there. I know I'm gonna come and I'm gonna fight you, and one of us gonna get hurt or not. One of us gonna get knocked out, submitted, a decision. Oh well, but I just gotta make sure every time that I feel the energy, I feel my people, I feel the audience. I take people, I take my opponent's people, and by the end of the fight, they vote. They going for me secretly, and that's what I love, and that's what I've always tried to bring. And by the grace of God, I've been able to do it. And yeah, man.
I hope they let you be you, even despite, because I get worried about the Reebok deal and all that. I hope they let you paint your face and do your thing, because we need personalities like this in our sport. You know what I mean? Not everyone should be the same. We don't want uniformity, right?
Yeah.
That's important. Are you going to bring your hype man with you
Oh yeah.
to your fight? He'll be there.
He's gonna be there. You seeing?
In your corner? even though he
No, he
doesn't?
ain't gonna be in the corner.
No.
He ain't gonna be in the corner, but we're gonna try to get him in the walkout.
Okay.
So,
Oh, I like that. Now, let me ask you this. Since you had such a great promo, after the victory on Contender Series, can I get a promo about October 12th, Tampa Bay or Tampa, Florida? Can we get something about your official UFC debut? What's on your mind when I ask you about that?
with a promo, what you mean, like
I want to know why people should tune in. Why should people watch this fight? Why should people care about Brok Weaver? Who are you? There's a million of fighters out there. There's a million different guys trying to get over. Why should I watch you on October 12th?
Well, I mean, there's no other way. You're gonna see me. You're gonna see me at the weigh-ins. You're gonna see me painted up. You're gonna see me come. I'm gonna look him in the eye. I mean, he's probably watching this interview right now. And if you are Thomas Gifford, just know you in for a war, man. These 3 stripes. This means war. And October 12th, that's exactly what it's gonna be. I'm gonna come. I'm gonna try to take your head off. And if you ain't ready, then that's what's gonna happen. I'm not just fighting for a family. I'm not fighting for kids. I'm not fighting just for anything. I'm fighting for all the kids and families of my reservation. I'm fighting to be the federal recognizers. I'm fighting for all the tribes out there. You know, if I'm fighting for Trump to see us. I want Trump, man. If Trump really wants to make America great again, then he should look towards the first people of the land and start federal recognized, some state recognized tribes out here that are in poverty. I mean, I'm fighting for I ain't just fighting like Connor. He fights for Ireland. All right, Ireland's not even behind him no more. I'm fighting for a tribe. I'm fighting for all the tribes out there, man. You know, I'm fighting for all the Christians out there, man. I'm fighting for God. I don't want to be no fake Christian in there saying that you're somebody's godly and then they get out and they ain't got no fruits in their life. I'm fighting for the right cause, man. And October 12th, we're gonna see that, and then every other fight we're gonna see that, and I'm gonna make my way to the top.
I love it. Brok Weaver, welcome to the UFC, my man. This is going to be a lot of fun. I love everything that you're about and what you're doing, and you really get it. And I hope they do let you bring your hype man out there with you, because this is great. I love it, my man. Congratulations on winning the Contender Series fight. Again, welcome to the UFC, and good luck to you on October 12th. And thanks for breaking that news right here on the program. I appreciate it very much.
Thank you, bro, for having me on the show. It's an honor, man. My whole goal has always been to talk to Ariel Helwani and Joe Rogan, because when you talk to you guys, you made it.
Well, you got one down. Perhaps you'll get the next one on October 12th. Thank you so much, Brok. We'll talk to you soon. Hello, everyone. It's Ariel Helwani. I just came here to thank you for watching our ESPN YouTube channel. It's the best. You know what else is the best? The ESPN app. You can get highlights, analysis, all that stuff and more. And if you want premium content and live streaming sports, there's only one place for all of that. It's ESPN Plus.